But you idiot kid, you don't have a clue. Sometimes they just get caught in the eye. You're pulling him through. Needle in the hay, needle in the hay.
You guys are here with Julia, Placey, and Liz.
Woo!
How are you feeling?
I am feeling good. Thank you. How
So
are you?
doing absolutely swell. Very excited to hear the set live. I've been listening to your new album online. Tell us a little bit about it. When did that come out?
Yeah, my new album came out on January 16th, and I guess it was just like a compilation of all the songs I've been sitting on for the past year and a half. I didn't put out any bodies of work last year. It was just singles, and I was getting tired of that. So I was like, let me just put it out and see what happens.
And how did you decide on the title?
So that was actually because I am finally like in a place in life where I no longer have to really answer to anyone or do anything I don't want to do. Because it was always like me just juggling my like passions and interests alongside everything I had to do, all my responsibilities like school. It was mainly school and work. But now that I graduated like a year ago now, I'm like in a place, and I quit like the jobs that I don't want to do anymore. I'm kind of just like, I'm my own boss, and I just don't really have to do anything anymore if I don't want to.
So that's where the album title, I Don't Have to Do Anything,
Yes.
comes from.
Sick.
And I really respect that because I feel like there's so much pressure to be everything for everyone. And I'm excited to hear what you have for us today.
I'm so excited.
So you're playing an acoustic set here. What are you going to start us off with?
So I'm going to start off with my song called Mom. There's a really spooky music video to it, and it's
Cool.
the prequel to another song of mine that I will mention later in the set.
Is this music video out?
Yes.
Okay, guys, go check that out. That's Liz Uninvited, Mom, and let's get started.
Standing alone, they're on their phones, they're all clones, just talking with the other while I stand some more, while I think at the floor, while I'm all but bored, my silence cusses out the fuckers. Oh no, he broke a window, now she's holding her nose while she bleeds on her clothes, while he stares at her nose, red knuckles exposed, give him hell I suppose, in the footsteps of your father. Will you tell my mom that I'd love to get to know who she thought I'd be, and will you tell them all that I thought I'd get to know who they see? Judging her lows and shitting on foes, I'll step on her toes while I keep my mouth closed, and I'll float like a ghost, existence decomposed, burning rage has its pros, and consists that of those true colors exposed, the evidence arose, tell every yes she knows, while I mull over the fodder. Will you tell my mom that I'd love to get to know who she thought I'd be, and will you tell them all that I thought I'd get to know? Will you tell my mom that I'd love to get to know who she really sees, and freaking tell them all that I'm sick of being me? Ooh, I can't pretend that this doesn't mean the end of another shitty shitcom. Another silly rumination, ruining the skin around my bones. And now I'll count how many feeble little roads it takes to expose another shitty shitcom.
playing this song now live, how does it feel compared to recording it?
Honestly, I feel less angry.
Yeah.
So that's a plus, yeah.
Yeah. And like songs take on different meanings over time, right?
Yes,
and like you
yes.
feel them differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
This next song is an unreleased song. It's called Seeking.
Cool. Beautiful.
Cute.
Seeking love, got everybody reaching and giving up. Being one, I only wanna be you to give me up. Fly into my arms from your hair. I pick out the stars. You're so tangled, your love is sparse. I was a slow descent from Mars. Do you even see me as I try to see you? I want affection, but from afar. I want it right when I want it dark. Seeking love, got everybody reaching, giving up. Being one, I only wanna be you to give me up.
So this next song is called Steven. It's also unreleased, and I actually named it after my favorite artist in the entire world, Elliott Smith. As a lot of people probably don't know, his legal name is Stephen Paul Smith. Yes, and so I kind of wrote this song, and it started sounding like something he might have written. So I just leaned into that, and I called it Steven. And yeah, I do have an EP called Stephen Paul Smith, which is literally just named after his legal name again. So you can't take me anywhere. Here I go.
Won't you love all the things they'll do? Watch them whisper and talk about you. Wanna be what they are, but never let it get that far. Now you're sleeping with eyes half closed, and you wonder how much they know. Did it ever occur to you your lies might be their truth? I'm not half what they say, instead I'm half in my own way. I don't wanna talk to you, but if you follow I'll walk you through. Little plan I've rehearsed, your vices have not quenched my thirst. I'm not half what you'll hear, instead I'm maybe somewhere near.
So that was Steven. This next song that I'm going to play is called Forward, and it's part of my new album that just came out. It's the first song on it, and I wrote it about needing to let go of a relationship, of a friendship actually, where I kind of just viewed the good parts and ignored the bad parts, but then the bad started catching up, so.
I'm speeding past the point of view with nothing to look forward to, and I'm leaving every part of you behind. If moving slow means fading fast, my mind's made up of iron cast. Stop holding still, get off my ass. She's made of nothing, C grade, rose wade. bright as you. Another you, not me. I can't handle being seen as another part of you, a cog in the machine. I don't ever want to leave as if I'm in spite of you. No, I cannot believe, and I don't even want to seem like I've got a slight with you. I don't know what that means. I'm speeding past your point of view with nothing to look forward to, and I'm keeping every part of you in line, in line, in line. If standing straight's something where past your presence feels like eating glasses, that's something you can counter past.
I am so amazed listening to this like right next to me, because there's something really special about having these songs that also haven't been released, like the two that you were playing earlier, and to be able to also see just the emotions and like feel it through this very like stripped back performance that still sounds so whole. How do you feel about playing those ones that you haven't put on the album or that you haven't released yet?
I feel impatient because I don't know what's taking me so long to record them. So, yeah.
Well, I think that if anything, this new release, this new album is such a beautiful demonstration of putting love into a work and putting it out there. And you kind of gone through the labor of love, and there's more to come. What do we got next?
This next song is also unreleased. It's called Hearts Were Made for Holding. Yeah.
Hearts were made for holding. Cards were made for folding. When it's time, and I'll keep on asking why shit's like this. When it's time, and I'll keep on asking why. Maybe they'll be whatever I want them to be, and it's times like these that I ponder on the edge of my seat. Or maybe I'll be whatever they'll need me to be. All these black and yellow flies buzz threateningly.
Thank you.
Woo!
So this next song I'm gonna play, it actually is out, but it's a cover. It's a special type of cover. I do a lot of Elliott Smith renditions or like versions of songs online, and this one kind of got really heavily requested to be released. So it's called Lover You Should Have Come Over, Elliott Smith's version. The original is obviously by Jeff Buckley. And yeah, this is what I imagine Elliott Smith would make it sound like.
Looking out the door, I see the rain fall upon the funeral mourners, parading in a wake of sad relations as their shoes fill up with water. Maybe I'm too young to keep good love from going wrong, but tonight you're on my mind, so you'll never know. Broken down and hungry for your love, with no way to feed it. Where are you tonight? Don't you know how much I need it? Young to hold on, too old to just break free and run. Sometimes a man gets carried away when it feels like he should be having his fun. Much too blind to see the damage he has done. Well, sometimes a man must away, hate to find that really he has no one. So I'll wait for you and I'll burn. Will I ever see your sweet return? Oh, will I ever learn? No, oh, lover, you should have come over. You should have come over. You should have come over. 'Cause it's not too late.
That was one of my favorite Jeff Buckley songs, and to hear the Elliott Smith rendition is like the hybrid child of my dreams, the love child of my dreams. Thank you so much for playing that and for making that.
I'm so honored. You're welcome. And thank you. So this next song is called Hanging Out with My Dog. It's on my Stephen Paul Smith EP that I mentioned earlier. And I wrote it about my dog getting lost in a cursed forest, which has never happened before, but it is on the bucket list. And yeah, I guess this is just wishful thinking, but not really because I love my dog. So anyways.
Well, we all want like an adventure, a little like buddy with us. I feel like I could totally imagine an animation of you and your dog in a magical enchanted forest.
Yes. It's giving Over the Garden Wall.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, we truly have much to talk about because Henry here too is a big advocate. Yeah.
Period. Oh my God. I'm at home. Okay.
Hanging out with my dog, he hides in a log. I sit in the fog, thinking thoughts on the floor. He tiptoes some more, I linger next door, licking spots off my shoes. He knows what to do, he knows not to chew. Do you think that if he knew to follow the clues, he'd befriend a shrew? He'd take the shrew's breath away. Together they'd play when night came, it stayed. Playing fetch out on the lawn, can't see where he's gone. He spotted a fawn. The fawn led my dog astray, ran back where it came, and myself to blame. Some more, I linger next door, licking spots off my shoes. He knows what to do, he knows not to chew. But do you think that if he knew to follow the clues, he'd befriend a shrew? He'd take the shrew's breath away. Together they'd play when night came, it stayed. playing fetch out on the lawn. Can't see where he's gone. He spotted a fawn. The fawn led my dog astray, ran back where it came, and myself to blame. Had myself to blame.
I can imagine the wonder and like the whimsy
Yes,
of
the
being
whimsy.
out.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness.
That's all I could ever ask for, to be honest. So this next song I have is called Plans, and it is also on my newest album that was just put out like 2 weeks ago. And it's about, funny story, not that funny in the moment, but anyways, it's kind of cursed, but I wrote it after being on a Discord call. I was like body doubling with some people from class in college, and like every time I'd say something in the chat, like it would mostly go ignored, and like I got to a point where I started feeling like really invisible in their presence, and like because whenever like someone else would say something, everybody would respond, but when I'd say something, like nobody said anything, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go write a song about this. So this song is about feeling invisible in the presence of other people.
Don't try to catch me or match me when you look right past me. And I am so butthurt and unheard that I'm weighing on my self-worth, while their noses all are upturned and I'm devising plans. Yeah, I'm devising plans. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Thank you. This next song of mine is actually my most popular song to date. It's called Mr. Fox. And actually the reason it got so popular was because I made this like fox, this really short like looping fox animation, this fox getting attacked by another fox, and I forgot about it in like on my Procreate for like months, and then I was like, wait, I literally have a song called Mr. Fox. So I uploaded that animation as the music video like a year and a half after the song was released. And that's how it started gaining traction through YouTube. And yeah, the song is it's dedicated to this fox that I encountered when I was coming back from the movie theater. I was walking home from the bus stop, and this fox just like jumped out of the bushes and it started walking to my house. So like, if anything, I was following it to my house. It wasn't following me home. And I knew that by the time I would like go into my house and get the fox, like, I don't know, an offering, it would have been gone. And that kind of broke my heart. So the way I coped with that was I took out my phone and I recorded the noises that the fox was making, and I put them in the song, and you can hear them in the bridge and the actual song. I'm not going to do the fox noises right now. It's too vulnerable.
I was just gonna ask. Like, I think
So here
they're
is
probably
Mr.
fantastic.
Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Happy things to do, emerging from the gates of Mother Nature's womb. A fellow wants to bloom. Here when April sings, protected by the wings of a buzz. Hair rings the spirit of a king. Mr. Fox, follow me back home, 'cause Goldilocks won't see you while you roam now when you're socks. Can't you see that there are holes won't let you roll? And the world's out here alone. Orange locks glitter with the doom of forest trolls. Waiting with their spoons, they'll eat the rocks. I'll throw at them with rage, can't help but fox. Have a better day. Have a better day. Have a better day.
So yeah, that was Mr. Fox. And right now I have another song that I'm gonna play. It's called Friend. And I wrote it for my best friend who has stuck with me for many years. So yeah, this is for my best friend Sasha, who has class right now. So they can't even listen to it, but it's fine. Sasha's always here in spirit, and I with them. Moving on. Here's Friend.
Friend, when you go to bed, I know to keep you in my head, and I'll think all the things I said before, to keep the worst outdoors, and I won't speak anything I feel drawn to. You let me cheat ahead, I'll dedicate a speech to you saying thank you for doing what you do for me. Friend, as you move ahead, don't forget the day that we first met. Let me reflect to the place we were and where we went. Call it fate or accident. And friend, if you're stuck and overspent amidst unfortunate
It's so hard not to comment on every single song because I know that we'll have some time to afterwards. But I just want to say that's such a special and beautiful and reflective song. It made me kind of emotional. It's so beautiful.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm very honored.
You know, aside from all of these gorgeous acoustic songs that you've created here, did you usually just start writing with your guitar and then introduce maybe other musicians into it or other like band members? Or has it been that there are some songs that you only play like alone acoustically?
I actually play all my songs alone. So since Liz Uninvited is like a solo project, I record everything by myself in my room with my guitar, and I produce everything. I've had a friend work on some songs with me, like mixing and mastering on a few of my songs in like a previous album of mine. But yeah, I normally just do everything on my own, on my computer, on MIDI. I've had like 2 songs that have had another musician cooperate, and it's always just been a drummer. So yeah, and one of them happens to be my current drummer. So shout out to Colin.
Shout out Colin. Shout out the drummers that bring some visions to life. You just feel very aligned with the songs and just in how like the acoustic really complements the nature of them. And I really love hearing the stories behind each song, and I want to give some time to that. I feel like that feeling of not feeling seen or feeling heard by your friends is something that is such an intrinsic lonely experience that music is how you like kind of come home to yourself and kind of process those feelings. And I'm just so happy that there's others who are able to connect to that, and I feel seen. I feel heard.
Seen and heard.
Yeah. What's gonna be up next?
So this next song, I have 2 more songs left. This next song is called "Oh," the OCD song, and this is like a really important song to me just because I wrote it about my personal experience with obsessive compulsive disorder. Specifically pure O, which is like the internal kind where the compulsions are internal. And it's just never really, I never hear it talked about. And I'm kind of upset that like there's such a huge stigma around OCD and what people call OCD. It's not just being a neat freak. It's rarely being a neat freak, but yes, that could be one of them. A lot of the time it's other more debilitating things going on behind the scenes. So I wrote this song while I was experiencing a pretty intense bout of OCD, relationship OCD, which is another form of internal OCD. And there is a music video for it. It's like a short film style music video that I shot with 3 amazing people. I'm going to shout them out right now. Adiola, Yasith, and Matthew. They came together on the project like last minute because the other director I had dropped out due to creative differences, and they made my vision happen, and I'm really happy we got to do that. So it is on YouTube, and like earlier on I mentioned that I have a song called Mom. There's a music video for that. That's the prequel to this music video for O. So there is quite a bit of world building going on. And if you do watch the music video, you will see this black entity thing handcuffed to me. And that is William. That is the externalized form of my OCD. So, yeah.
Life's a game, then I would've felt the same, but I didn't, and it's not. Yes, in fact, I think I really feel a lot, though I sound the same. Think the looping's got to my veins, and I can't flush it out. No, I can't make it stop, and it feels a lot like I'm drowning in the corners of my mind. Yeah. If thinking only fed the flame, I suppose you'd be calling my name, screaming, please just let me out. No, I can't break the chain. When I sink, it makes me feel safe, like dancing in the rain. At least then I'm allowed to wash away the slate. Not like there's any paint, but it's phantom. I feel silly, I feel stupid, yeah. I did it again. No, I don't think we should be friends after my imaginations, false interpretations of taking up your time. But I think I'll be fine, yeah, despite this. I don't mind this, I don't like this.
So thank you so much for having me. I have one more song to play. This is the last song in my new album. It's called I Love You Like the Soft Close of an Open Door. And it's about walking away from what could have been.
I don't wanna hurt you. I guess we could argue how the things I do desert you. You said with the amount of times you've walked away, you'd think there were few instances where you thought you'd fully healed before it burned you again. Don't walk away from what could have been. Don't be that way again. Don't walk away from what could have been. Don't be that way.
Wow. So you guys just listened to Liz Uninvited with their new album, I Don't Have to Do Anything, as well as some few tracks that were here played live that haven't been recorded and released quite yet. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing this with us. It was so intimate and so reflective, and it settles in you. And I just really am grateful that there are these songs that talk about such intimate experiences in a really thoughtful and really intentional way. It feels like my insides are on the outside, and I'm curious to hear about the process of writing this album. Was that something that you sort of came to over time, or was that something that you sort of, as the feelings came up and as the experiences came up, you started writing?
So kind of both. And thank you so much for saying all that, by the way. Yeah, a bit of both. I'm very impulsive and impatient. So when I have an idea or some sort of discomfort I'm experiencing, I will write a song about it. I kind of just translate whatever I'm feeling inside into music. And a lot of the time, I don't know how to name or articulate it exactly what it is that is happening in my brain and how I feel. So I find that combining words into like music and sounds, whatever, I don't know, it's like a detox in a way. Mm-hmm. So I kind of will I will write when I whenever I kind of feel that way.
Was that always something that you were drawn to, or did that start later on in your life?
Songwriting, I actually started in 2023. And yeah, before that, I played guitar, but I didn't ever write my own stuff.
I want to come back to a couple of the songs just to hear a little bit more about the feelings around writing them. I mean, the OCD song, how did you begin to write that song, and what did it make you feel?
I felt very uncomfortable writing the song because, I mean, like, a lot of the time, at least, and this is very OCD of me, I experience magical thinking, which is, like, saying, like, if I think, like, it's basically, like, thinking that if you think something, it's gonna happen, and for me, it's like if I don't vocalize what's going on in my head, it's not real. So putting that into like putting recording that even for myself was kind of like, well, now I can't really run away from it because it's permanent now. It's out there. Yeah, because before music, I was kind of just, I put all my eggs in the art basket. But like that never really helped me like detox, I guess. It never really helped me like put my experiences or convey them properly. But music has been like the best way to do that for me, just because I don't know, there's like there are really no rules and you kind of just, it's just vibes. So it kind of easily translates. I don't know how else to explain it.
You follow the spirit. You just follow where the spirit drives you. It's like your dog in like the magical forest. You just sort of follow and see what greets you. That was such a cute song also. That was a really sweet ode to your buddy there. Did you start off doing graphics, art, and then go into music? What's your experience like as an artist?
Yeah, so I started doing art. Well, I've been drawing for like the longest time because I actually got into art because of my sister, because she was an artist. She was really heavily into art, so I would just use her art supplies. I didn't know what I was doing. But it kind of just came out of me always like following my dad around to his office, and I had nothing to do there but like play computer games, and there's only so many computer games you could play. So I literally just stole a sketchbook of hers and I just started drawing my dad over and over and over, and I got heavily into realism from that, and I was stuck in the realism phase for quite a while, and then it moved into more surrealistic, impressionistic type of drawings. And yeah, I went to an arts high school, and I did visual arts there. And then I went to an arts college, which I graduated from last year for illustration. So I've been doing art, I guess, before music, like my own music, I guess. But I have been doing music simultaneously because I did piano for 12 years. I did classical piano for 12 years. So those were kind of the two things I did the most.
Wow. And I've seen some of the graphics that you've made, and they're just so fun and just so whimsical. And through with that also, you mentioned the music videos. What was it like translating that vision into literally something people can see?
For which song?
For the first song there, for Mom.
Oh, yeah. For that song, super low budget of me, super DIY, I don't know. We literally just took my phone into the forest, and my best friend and my boyfriend were with me, and I actually didn't plan it out at all. I'm really whimsical like that. I just think on the spot because I know something needs to get done, and I'm like, you know what, YOLO.
You like figure it out. You make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I just knew I wanted it to be in a forest. I wanted it to be weird, and I was like, wait, why don't you just put like stockings on your face, like on your head? So my best friend is actually in the music video. They play William, which is my OCD dark entity externalization.
Callback.
Yes, world building. And yeah, so we're I befriended the OCD demon in the forest, quite literally. And it's just weird. It's supposed to be like a fever dream. I put Vaseline on my camera so it looked dreamy and weird. Yeah. So yeah, no planning, just vibes.
How did you find the method of personifying your OCD with William?
Okay, so shout out to an old therapist of mine. who actually told me to externalize the voice in my head, to externalize my OCD. It's not only OCD I deal with. I'm neurodivergent. There's a bunch of stuff, but basically she was like, if you externalize it and give it a name, then you can kind of just treat it like a person that lives in your head, and just you can ignore the person, you could tell it off, like you don't. It's not you. You don't have to identify with it. So from that, I kind of was just like, okay, I guess William's my business partner from now on. Like,
This is my associate.
Yeah, exactly.
Your associate, you can like tell off. Be like,
Yes.
ignore him.
I'm
It's
in
just
a meeting.
William.
William, please, could you hold on, William, for a second?
Yeah.
Like actually, like I'm literally talking to myself in my room, reasoning with William. Whenever I feel a type of way, I'm like, okay, William, not today, not today.
That I want to just go see that music video now.
Oh my God.
I want to go right after this,
So
guys.
good.
Let me know.
And also the song "Friend." Tell me more about how you started writing "Friend."
Yeah. Well, okay. So I think I wrote that song in 2024. And again, like, so annoyed at myself that it's just taking me forever to record it. But soon. I'm starting to play it live now with my band, so that's
Nice.
gonna be crazy. Yeah. But I started writing that song. I'm not sure what inspired me. Oh no, I remember now. I think it was my friend's birthday, and I was like, well, if I wrote you a song, so
Do I have to get you anything? Like,
I was like, maybe I could write you a song, because, you know, artists have that advantage. If they don't
Yeah.
have any money, they just, you know, do their
It's so
thing.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Here are my
Major
feelings.
hack.
Exactly, life hack. But I've been friends with my best friend for, like, we met in auditions. We were in 8th grade. We met at high school auditions for the art school we were both going to. Then we both ended up dropping out of that bum ass program. And yeah, I ended up transferring to visual arts, and they just didn't end up going through with the program they were in. But we stayed in the same school, and I just really appreciate our friendship just because it's comfortable for us. And I guess a lot of people would argue that, like, how are you guys best friends if you're not, like, you know, talking all the time, you're not texting all the time or hanging out? Like, it's such a neurodivergent friendship that it's very comfortable for us, but it's not really conventional, I guess. And it took me a while to get, like, to come to terms with that being okay, and, like, that validating that. But yeah, I guess I'm in a place now where I'm like, okay, well, it's literally just what works for us. It doesn't matter if it's what everyone else does or not. So, yeah,
It's boring to be conventional.
precisely.
I think the frameworks of what is maybe what's modeled to us is what sometimes people relate to and feel safe around. They're like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. But then when you model something different and model something better for yourself, and you know that it's based off of something genuine and like a connection, I think that like withstands the test of time more too. So I think it's beautiful that you wrote that song for your friend, and you're inspiring me because there's a lot of February birthdays happening around.
Period.
I also wanted to ask you a little bit about your influences, because I hear a lot of Elliott Smith. We had the Jeff Buckley song.
Death Cab for Cutie vibes.
Death Cab for Cutie vibes.
Yeah, I saw the sticker on Liz's water bottle, so I had to call it out. So much love.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. Oh my God. I get so excited talking about this. Yeah. I'm heavily influenced by like 90s to 2000s alternative music, alternative rock, lo-fi folk, lo-fi rock, baroque folk, baroque anything really. Put a violin, I'm in. And yeah, some of my influence, my biggest influences, I guess, are obviously Elliott Smith. He is day one. Jeff Buckley, of course, Alex G, who's actually the reason I started writing my own music. I will explain that in like 2 seconds. But Fiona Apple, Amy Winehouse, even though you cannot really hear her in my songwriting, but she's there.
It's there in attitude.
Yes, exactly. Death Cab for Cutie. Don't even get me started on on Death Cab for Cutie. I went to their show in 2024 at Scotiabank, and we got upgraded for free, and that was the best day of my life.
Whoa.
Yes, and I was like the only one dancing and screaming because it
As
was
you should.
yes, it was
Yeah.
the 20th anniversary transatlanticism tour, And my autistic self just could not help myself. I know that album back to back to back. I would listen to it.
You wouldn't be the same without it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That album was my special interest, and now they're coming back, and I'm there. Anyways,
Front and center. Front and center.
Yeah. And I really like Horse Jumper of Love as well. Yeah, a lot of indie bands also. Oh, let me not say. I can't say the name. But early Duster. Duster has another band, and I really like their 2006 album. But yeah, I'm super influenced by a lot of intimate type of music, and Carissa's weird as well. Oh my god, I
have you ever listened to Moldy Peaches?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Moldy Peaches. I've been getting into that.
Yeah, I haven't gone too deep into them, but people say that I remind them of Kimia Dawson. I'm like, say less, say less. But yeah, I actually started writing music because of Alex G. Because once I heard his music back in like early 2023, I kind of was hooked because everybody was like, "Oh, he's like the new Elliott Smith," and I'm like, "Okay, I will."
Let me check this out.
Yeah, let me just fact check real quick.
Yes, and I could definitely hear the influences, but the thing that really stood out to me about his music is just that he is so unconventional in everything he does. Like up until 2 years ago or something, or up until his second last album, he did everything on his own, on his laptop, on GarageBand. And like, come on, GarageBand. But I did everything on GarageBand too because of him. And I mean, just seeing that he could make he could garner so much attention and such a dedicated fan base from being so unconventional and not playing by the book, not doing social media, not having the most conventional singing voice, and just having a bunch of weird sounds and instruments in his music. I was like, dude, if he could do it, I could do it.
Wow.
He just does everything by himself. He's so whimsical.
It comes from a genuine, authentic space. I mean, you just kind of do it because you feel driven to do it, not because anyone else is prescribing it for you, right?
Exactly. Like, you're literally just supposed to write what you feel, and people that get it will get it. Like, it's really just supposed to fit you, and that's it.
I've noticed that within some of your like social media or more of your like online presence also, you do like cultivate a really, I think, authentic space within that too, for people to be like, yeah, I wanna come in and drink tea and like be authentically present with my friends and do arts and crafts. That's kind of where I'm trying to be, to get involved in that. And like, how has it been for you bridging that now, like, I guess, a more digital world?
It was definitely a really big learning curve. I'm still learning, obviously, but I was not active on social media up until mid 2025, so last year. After I graduated from school, I was like, okay, well, if it's not seeming like I'm gonna blow up like Alex G, like on MySpace, like it's not seeming that way at the moment. So if I want to get anywhere, I have to start posting on social media and taking it seriously. So I kind of just started posting every single day, like gun to my head, and eventually I started finding myself further into the niche that I was into, heavily into like Elliott Smith, obviously, anything Elliott Smith online, anything Alex G, really. And I started doing these Elliott Smith renditions, which is just like kind of like artist studies on my part, which is me taking a song that already exists, usually a popular song, and rewriting it or restructuring it as if Elliott Smith were to have written it. And that caught attention. So ever since I started doing that, like back in like September of last year, that's what started getting me noticed more online, and I started growing a presence from that, and I got more opportunities from that, which I never would have imagined. I mean, obviously everybody dreams to blow up from their work specifically and not covers, but I guess it But I guess it is me also, because I'm writing it from me.
Yeah.
And I'm just using the Elliott Smith hook because why not?
And you're translating that, you know, this thing that people like so deeply love and they connect to, and you're like extending that sort of presence of it in a way that you incorporate yourself and this sound and this feeling and like the entire story behind Elliott Smith's journey as well, that people really, that resonate with them into something in the present day, which I think is really cool. It's like you're spreading it. You're like sharing it, you know?
Yes, thank you.
Is there anything that you are really looking forward to in this next year?
Yes. Actually, yeah. I do, well, apart from something that I'm really excited about that I can't really say too much about, but I can like hint at it. I have 2 other shows coming up for sure. One is at the Drake Underground. I think we're opening for Pony, the Toronto band, which is February 20th. And then we have another show on April 4th at the Burdock. That's still we're still figuring out who we're going to play with for that.
That's in the works.
Yes, exactly. Also, there is probably going to be some sort of Elliott Smith tribute in Toronto.
I was just gonna say,
Yes.
who do you think would do the best cover?
Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that. You can't ask me that. I'm biased.
We have to.
I feel like you could make a lineup as like, okay, all these bands are all gonna do an Elliott song. Everyone has to like battle the bands, but they're all using the same songs.
Oh my gosh.
That would be amazing.
Yes, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I want to have like my little tea and my drink on the side.
novel. Yeah.
Exactly. A good novel. I'm going to wear my performative outfit, but in like the best way, because I know that all of my girlies will deeply connect and love it.
Whoa,
through and
you're reading
through.
poetry, dude? You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm actually
exactly.
writing it too.
Yeah. But actually, like I think it's funny because within my friend group, and I don't know if you relate to this also, but we all are like platonically in love with each other.
Oh.
And within that, I'm like, you can, whether it's poetry, whether it's
A drawing.
whether it's art, whether it's arts and crafts, to be able to like share a space with other people who are just as into the things that you are is so exciting.
I know.
It's so cool.
Special interest core.
What kind of like artists would you want to work with?
Oh my god.
I know, loaded question, but if you had to like name maybe a call out.
Oh yeah, no. Let me name a few. Obviously, Alex G.
Yeah.
If he's listening. Obviously, Alex G. Fiona Apple. If she ever comes out of hiding.
Literally.
Obviously, Duster. But I don't know if Duster's ever gonna go back to their earlier band. Everything is all effed up and whatnot.
Yeah.
That would be a dream. Fingers crossed. Horse Jumper of Love, absolutely love them. And what was the other one? There was one more. Pinback. Oh my god, and Carissa's Weird, of course. But yeah, I don't know if they're a band anymore.
Is there anyone you could put on from like around your scene that you're like, oh, not enough people know?
Oh.
Or that you'd want to.
Yeah.
Not enough people know.
A
See,
little
I
shout
just
out.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I really was in awe of this artist called Angel Apricot. Yes.
We played.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just played a show with her and her band, and it was one of my album release shows. I think it was January 17th at the Flat Top. It was their first indoor show at the Flat Top, and when I tell you my jaw dropped, I was like, how is she doing that on the guitar by herself? Anyways, she's really talented and I really like her music. She's a goat on the guitar. So.
Wow. Sounds like you gotta make some art for her.
No, literally.
Yeah.
It sounds like people should go on your page and get their super cool animated posters from you.
Yes.
Which, listen, I have my eye on as we speak.
Oh my God.
That's Liz Uninvited. Thank you again for coming into the station with us today. Go check out their new album, I Don't Have to Do Anything. If there's anything that you think people, or that you'd want people to feel or think about after listening to this album, what would it be?
I guess that you really don't have to do anything. Free will exists. If there's something that is weighing on you, that is sucking up your energy, whether it's a job or a school program you're in or a relationship, you can walk away. It's not set in stone. Just because things seem a certain way and seem like they're never gonna exist in a different way does not mean that's how it is. Like, nothing is permanent. So literally just listen to your gut, your heart.
Well, you heard it here on ATC. Listen to your gut, listen to your heart. And for all of you who want to listen to this again or want to come back and tune into ATC, We have our Podbean that's over through our ciut.fm, as well as our Instagram, ATC Radio. Go check it out there. I'm going to be re-listening to these, and I can't wait to get the rest of these recordings when they're out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.